I'm making Project BaseUP, a chaotic roguelike sandbox game about exploring randomly generated planets, finding insane items, upgrading your character, and building a base to survive the hordes of creatures from the mist. Well, at least that's the plan. In the last video, I gave a preliminary overview of the project, and in this video, I have one primary goal to tackle: setting up multiplayer. Okay, I need to be real with you. For some reason, I don't actually have any footage of me doing the programming. The cat ate my homework. Oh, you wiggly creature. How dare you? How dare you, you wiggly creature? Get! That should be okay, because all I have to do is act like I'm recreating the system in real time. Probably shouldn't put that in the video. Alright, so the first thing that I did is set up this rudimentary lobby system. Right now, I've just charted everything out with sprites. It's kind of like a gray box. For example, if I go ahead and look at the room, you will see that I have a what I'm calling a UX blueprint layer, which just helped me plan out the entire room and figure out the positioning of the buttons. While I was blueprinting everything, I also notebooked stuff. I did sketches, and that helps me figure out what exactly I wanted each functionality, like each widget in the lobby menu to do. Now, right now, the game is meant to function with Steam multiplayer. As you can see right now, we have the Steam notification appeared in the bottom right corner of my screen. That's because we've implemented Steam into the game already. And so multiplayer is actually built to utilize Steam's lobby system. So if I press the button host multiplayer, it does a bunch of nerd shit in the background, and it went ahead and created a Steam lobby. We can copy the lobby ID, and I'll paste it down here. As you can see, this is a Steam lobby ID. What we can do with this lobby ID is open up another instance of the game utilizing this epic game maker command. Boom. And we can go ahead and paste that lobby ID, which has enabled me to join the lobby. Unfortunately, with the way that Steam works, whenever I joined the lobby, it was the same character like the same user joining the same lobby. So I joined a lobby and became the host of that lobby, which represented only one player in the lobby on both games. So one thing, so as you just saw there, I had to start the game on both systems. That's because it doesn't actually function with the Steam networking yet. And the only reason that is the case is because to test Steam, what you have to do is you actually need two different Steam apps running on different machines with different users logged in. You can't test Steam unless you already have like multiple computers set up or something. You know, you have to have like, I've seen a lot of developers multi-box actually, you know, they tried different virtual machines. But what I did instead is I just went ahead and programmed a second networking infrastructure, which enables me to play test the game on localhost, which enables me to, in the future, provide multiplayer functionality without relying on Steam services, which is pretty freaking lit. However, it works a little differently. So because the game doesn't detect Steam, because the game does not detect Steam right now, what it's going to do is it's actually going to host the game over TCP and UDP by creating a socket in GameMaker, and we'll look at the code in a second for all of you nerds. And what we can do here is we'll go ahead and paste the lobby ID. It looks like our TCP is over 65535, so we'll go ahead and join that. And the primary difference, the way that we know that we've successfully connected, is that I can start the game here and I can ready up here. Ready up is only an option available to clients, and right now it doesn't there's no visual indication other than that we're in the game. So let's go ahead and start the game. Game crashed because I haven't updated the game past the point where this video is supposed to frickin' start, man. I've got a bunch of Devlog 2 content in the game right now that's not updated to the multiplayer infrastructure. So, computer, show me what it would have looked like if it worked correctly. Okay, yeah. So we have 2 players. They're in the lobby. Okay. Wait. Why are there 3? Why are there 3 players? Oh, okay. Why is there slime on me? What's up? Okay. I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh. All right, so I don't know which one of these is those. I'm not gonna lie, but basically we have we have like an entity system actually, which is the baseline for both the slimes and the player object. And what I'm showing here is that on one client, you have movement, and then on another client, you also have movement. And then like the host game is responsible for the slime entities and also pretty much any entity in the game. Okay, so the way that it works is that we have a hosting creature. So we'll have here's our hosting player. Clients join the lobby, which is hosted by a hosting player. So they do like this, they point. Okay? And clients are sending entity information about their player state to the hosting player. Okay? Then those clients are created on the host game. So here we have the host game. There's my host player. And there's also a couple client players. Here's a client player. Oh my god. This guy's got a jetpack, by the way. Watch out for him. He's going crazy. Oh my god, he's hitting clips. These clients send their information to the hosting game and they appear on the host game. Now, in the host game, this is an object, right? This is an object, and this is an object. They're all player objects, okay? This one is controlled by the host because the game knows which one is the host's player object, and the rest of these are just containers for this information. And so what the host does is, because every entity is set up to be have their entity state information communicated in like one fell swoop by the host, what happens is the host collects all of the entity information and then sends it out to every single client to replicate that I don't know why there's a 4th arrow, to replicate the game state. Now, there's some weird nuance here. For example, like if this client sends information creating the jetpack guy, so this is the jetpack guy, and he's flying through the sky, what we don't want to receive back, unless we are like super server authoritative, what we don't want to receive back is a duplicate object of the jetpack guy on the jetpack guy's game. So there's some nuance where like that packet gets ignored, and it creates like it makes the client feel a little bit more there. But other than like weird player nuance, this is a really simple system, because what if I go and I add a slime? Okay, the slime is using the same entity system, and as long as only the host spawns slimes, then this information gets communicated to the clients in one fell swoop, and now we have synchronized some enemy information, okay? But what if an entity is an item? So here's a sword. Well, it's still using the same one fell swoop system, so it goes and the host grabs all the information and just communicates it. And it's a dang simple system to develop with, and I'm pretty happy with it. Although one improvement would be finding a better way to define what parameters are important for networking for each entity so that I'm not sending extraneous data. Leave a comment if you have any ideas. So what that leaves us with is a project with some basic foundational networking infrastructure that we can design some game off of. So moving forward, what I'm going to work on, and you've already seen a little bit of it in this video, but what I'm going to be working on is more of that basic game design, really nailing out a gameplay loop. And what I want to do is hopefully get a prototype done that I can play test with my friends, maybe either by Devlog 3 or maybe that'll be done by Devlog 2. I also want to address this comment. You should link the game in the description for people to wishlist. Great idea. I should actually get a Steam page up for this project as soon as possible, and I think I'm gonna set my goal to having that completed by the end of Devlog 2. And I want to use this as an opportunity to complete some concept art, because I'm obviously not going to have final illustrations for this Steam page. It's just going to be a temporary thing. But, creating concept art is a pretty good piece of my game design process anyways. So I think that's a good topic honestly, that's a good goal for Devlog 2. Anyways, you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you. And that means I'm now going to ask for your support. If you want to support me, here's how you can. First thing you can do is interact with this video in any way. Pretty good, you know. And the second thing that you can do is actually check out A Good Day to Pie on Steam. I just released this game a couple days ago. I think it's been 5 days. It's been 4 days since I released. Is that 4? What is 3 plus 5 is 9. 3 plus 5 is 8. I'm so stupid. Okay, 3 plus 6 is 9. I released this game 6 days ago. I have 5 user reviews, and I need 10 user reviews before this game is, I think before it's a part of like the Steam algorithm. Not super sure how it works. But anyways, if you want to support me, this is how I would like you to do it. Go check out A Good Day to Pie. Thank you.